What up, sports fans? This is Paul Camacho from the Macho Sports Report. I got here David Kim.
What's going on, guys?
And I got Jeff over here. We're going to talk about WWE No Mercy coming to Sacramento on Sunday. So this should be fun. We got tickets and we're going to go see it live. But we're going to talk about a rundown of the matches that are coming up. So let's get started. Any preliminary thoughts about the pay-per-view before we get started?
Overall, do you think this pay-per-view will be better or lower than Clash of Champions?
I mean, Clash of Champions, I feel like, was just the first leg of a race that I think SmackDown is running right now. And so, like, it's going to be better, but, like, a little bit better. I think by their third pay-per-view / fourth pay-per-view, it's going to hit their stride. But right now, I think they're finally getting the order of things and feuds kind of, nicely compacted. And it's going to be better, but not by much.
Yeah, I agree. I think what SmackDown is doing in terms of putting their matches together, actually, it's pretty smart because they're compacting all their matches. They don't have as big of a roster as Raw to really contend and throw in all of these, whatever players that people don't really care about. We're talking about 4 title matches, so that's a pretty big deal. And I think if they play their cards right during the pay-per-view, this might surpass all of the pay-per-views that they've had since the brand split.
Agreed. And I mean, all those title matches make up for the lack of a bigger card. It always does. So, like, the crowd's going to always forgive you for having a smaller card if all the titles are on the line, because that's still the money's worth,
Clash of Champions was built similar to the Night of Champions from years before that.
Yeah.
All titles were going to be defended.
Yeah.
Can either brand afford to not defend all of their titles at every pay-per-view at this point? Because they both have like 4. So they're going to have to defend all 4 probably to make every pay-per-view worth it.
I mean, I could see a pay-per-view here or there where it's like the middle between like the big 4 or 5 that doesn't have like a world title up for grabs.
Yeah, if
it could be a #1 contender.
Like when Hogan used to team up, like be the champion and team with the Warrior and defend his title on like one of the 4 pay-per-views of the year. Like,
but see, I'm not saying that one of the 4. I'm just saying like
I got you.
It could be the middle of the 3 that are in between.
Yeah. I mean, if we're talking about SmackDown specifically, like I feel like they have a better grasp of storytelling. So they don't necessarily have to put up all 4 of their titles every pay-per-view. If they can tell a good story in a non-title match, then no, I don't think they have to have title defenses every pay-per-view.
And, when the brand split, who would have really thought that SmackDown would have been the one that was going to be, could afford that? I wouldn't have. I thought maybe Raw, that was going to be the brand where, only 2 titles are for grabs. But great storytelling and backstory, so, like, who cares? And SmackDown's the workers, but the rosters, there it is,
Yeah.
This is the last SmackDown-only pay-per-view before Survivor Series, which will have both brands, right?
I think so, yeah, because
Hell in a
Survivor
Cell
Series
and then
is in
Survivor
November,
Series.
yeah, so...